am your host, Jason. Is your must-be open mic for Out Loud? This is the part where you get loud. Now, to address the delicious Jersey tomato in the room, I was outside today. Any of you outside joyers? That was mixed. Clearly it doesn't agree with me. I'll try again next year. So our format for tonight, we've got 20 spots for our open mic, 2 of which are still open if you want to find me up front. 3 minutes apiece. If you can read as much or as little as you want, as long as you stay within those 3 minutes. And should you go outside, our good timekeeper, Borka, over here. Borka, raise your hand. Wave to the people. We'll fill the room with an inhuman cacophony. So don't get on the bad. Anything else we have here? Oh, yes. If you're doing something very heavy that you think might upset some people, just give a content warning. Let people, prepare themselves anyway they need to. One last thing. As a courtesy to poets who do not want their performance recorded, as we are live streaming, hello folks at home, come up and tell me if you would not like to be recorded, and I'll move you to the end of the list, and we'll handle it that way. So, without further ado, first up tonight, and first-time reader, everyone give a warm round of applause for Dylan Kirk.
I don't think I need a content warning, but just in case you get like existential content warning, I guess.
Yeah, it's bad.
What is it that thinks? What is it that sees? The mind thinks, the eyes see. Then what room is left there for me? What do I think with no mind? What can be thought without mind? What do I see with no eyes? What can be seen without eyes? What speaks and what listens? The mouth speaks, the ears listen. Am I all of this and none besides? What words have I ever spoken? A lonely word at the origin. What sounds have I heard? A river rejoining the ocean.
Very contemplative. And thank you. Please come back. Keep coming back. So moving right along, our second reader of the night, please keep it going for Al Wolf.
Precious and precarious. The barn swallows are building again, fools plastering mud against a wall, water sprinkler. One fiery emergency away from washing it away. Their failure crunches under my shoes when I step on thin remains of leaking life. As their ramparts climb ever higher, who am I to tell them the birds their odds? Babbling whenever I witness their construction, what God am I to tell them the impossibilities when small cheeks peep from within the bowl? A life flies by me as I stand gawking. It chirps, wondering who dares drop by, before swooping out from under the awning and disappearing into the sky. I got one more for you tonight. This is old. The constant two-sided coin. The beauty sits, poised and proper, smiles and waves, speaks politely, shrouds what's underneath. The beast, rise, frothing and jerking, growls and roars, snarls dangerously, thirsts for the outside. The beauty washes, shining and spotless, sanitizes and scours, leaves sparkling, can't cleanse the underneath. The beast twitches, filthy and nasty, tarnishes and taints, tears apart, still waiting inside. The beauty shushes, reserved and sinless, blushes and silences, hesitates sensibly, smothering the underneath. The beast lusts, lewd and lecherous, feeling and fondling, releases salaciously, drools for the outside. The beauty restrains, soundless and unsociable, suppresses and subdues, surrenders to the underneath. The beast unleashes, lashing and lacerating, lying and libertine, loose upon the outside. The beautiful beast, behold, beaten and broken, black and blue, bestowed before the world. Thank you.
I think we're establishing a theme for the night. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But to break it up just for a moment, I'd like to take a moment to thank our venue, Straight to Air. Can we get a round of applause for that? They so generously give us this space every month. And please, everyone, at the end of the night, please tip your bartenders generously. They're working hard to keep you hydrated. So up next, Brian Duggan.
Alright, content warning for language, I guess. This first one is an old one, but unfortunately it remains relevant. We turned a hill of beans into a field of dreams. Then you crashed the scene, stole the fruit, smashed the seed, soaked the soil with gasoline, and got the fucking nerve to ask for me to not react drastically? Nah, I think you can suck it from the back, my G. I'm talking way back to when your kin lost sight of humanity. See, these some top-flight dickheads. Eager to keep their beaks wet, they waddle back and forth between rape, pillage, and credit debt. Bomb a baby hospital sooner than suffer disrespect because it's hard to catch a whiff of the burning flesh from a private jet. Thank you. So the next one's called Impressions. Put your mama on the line. Say hello to Miss Diane. Get your clothes and games together. I'm taking you to stay with your aunt. Next time you see my face, I swear I'll be a better man. But for tonight, let me hold $5. I'll get it back to you when I can. Put your mama on the line. Say hello to Miss Christine. Next time you come to visit, I promise trips to parks with themes, Six Flags, Hershey Park, anything that you can dream. Just give me that $20 Granny gave me. This parlay is a sure thing. Put your mama on the line. Say hello to Miss Rhonda. I heard you killed it in the big game. You're just like your father. I'm not trying to burst your bubble, but your pops got in some trouble, so I don't know when I'll see you again. Just know your daddy loves you. Put 10 on number 9. Give me a Sprite and some of them weed guns. I'm going home to be alone, play my video games, and hang out with my puppy. Thank you. Right. This last one is a verse from a song I wrote a long time ago. The monsters under my bed, I keep them close to my heart. This mask I wear for the world is slowly falling apart. As humble men often crumble upon the altars of art, I consider new iterations to be redundant from start. This operation is mega massive. Out here ducking, dodging caskets. I can see myself inside myself with fickle tinted glasses. It's on sight, so stay at home. Lonely nights to watch the throne. Catch you slipping on your pimpin'. They might take your chick like Larsa Pippen. I'm like, is this really living? Chilling in the devil's kitchen, choking on my little slice of life because I can't swallow bullshit. Sometimes I think the whole world really likes me, but also would fight me while it fuck me politely. The heart of a Viking with the mind of Spike Lee. You can catch me in a pool of fools, killing them softly. Thank you.
Thank you so much for reading. I've got so much. Give it up one more time for Brian. I wrote down 2 quotes here that I want to highlight that really stood out to me. The first one, it's hard to smell the burning flesh of a private jet. What the fuck, man? And the other one I got here is, nah, you can suck it from the back, my G. I got nothing to add to that. Give it up for Victoria.
Love the dress. I have a little slightly bigger one. So first one is Dear Pastor. Dear Pastor, Jesus wants a relationship with all of us, even us freaks. And in some way, all of us are lost, confused, wonderful, lovable freaks. The second one. Second one is called Jenny's the One in Church. When I'm old, I will wear sequins and red lipstick. And no one will ask me, who are you dressed up for? When I'm old, I will dance in the streets of downtown in a bubblegum pink wig, fishnet stockings, and cowboy boots up to here. And when you compliment me, I will not turn your words away. If you compliment me, I will say, I know. Oh, how I know. When I'm old, I will wear overalls that some lady I don't know at Costco will tell me I'm too old to wear. So I will wear them forever until they are a denim carcass falling off this body I love. When I'm old, I will not heed the advice of women's magazines that say I must settle for mediocre sex because I am of a certain age. I will not show you pictures of how I used to look, with a wistful, homesick sigh. And I will not compare myself to women who are younger than me. And I will not listen when you compare me to women who are younger than me. When I'm old, I will stay in or I will go out. We will go inside and we will laugh so loudly, so joyfully, in such a carefree way, that they will tell us to go sit outside on the patio. And we will. Under the stars and the solar lights, shining like fireflies, glowing like birthday candles that won't go out no matter how hard you blow, we will laugh so loudly we wake the dead, who cannot laugh, or age, or dance anymore, but we can. To live to get older is a blessing, not a curse. When I'm old, I will say all the words you do not like boys, wet, microaggression, cringe, fuck. I will be a prude or a wild woman. I will be myself. I will skate dip in my coworker's pool and call it self-care. I will crochet a scarf with alligator stitch and sip chamomile tea. I will not be a quiet woman, but I will be a peaceful woman. I will shout, I will whisper, and I will never be invisible in the eyes of people who are truly decent human beings. When I'm old, I will wear sequins and red lipstick because I want to. That will be my motto when I'm old. Thank you.
Excellent as always. But can we do that one more time for the freaks? What the freaks said? Up next for you, we have your fifth poet and your second first-time reader, Kate Bacon.
This first one's called Hugging You. I lean into you because what else can I do? It doesn't feel like an option. It feels involuntary. As if your touch were necessary for my heart to keep on beating. Even if your warmth is fleeting, you're the warmest force I've ever felt. I press against your chest and melt and wonder what is on your mind and why on earth are you so kind? Such kindness I could never earn. You get so hot, but never burn. The world around you gets so cold, so naturally, I'm yours to hold. I lose it when you pull me close, because you're the one I want the most. This next one's called Karma, and interestingly enough, about the same person. I don't know what you want from me, but I know what I want for you. You have no idea the things I want to do. I may be kind, but you can't see what's on my mind, and your karma is far overdue. I want to tear you apart to possess your heart, and I want to give you a taste of the pill you force-fed me repeatedly. I want to make you fall hard for me, and I want to make you scream. If I could, I'd insert myself in every dream you dream at night. I want to draw you in and hold you tight. Make you feel as if every single thing's all right. Then let go of you. Make you think it's so easy for me to do. I want to rip your heart in two, because I know that's what you'd like to do. About the same person. It's called I'm Sorry. I'm sorry everyone leaves you, even if you drove them all away. And I'm sorry I couldn't be the one person who loved you enough to stay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Folks, it takes a lot of courage to get up here and expose your soul like that for the very first time.
Okay, yeah.
Fuck that guy? Is that the line? Fuck that guy. Give it up one more time for first-time readers. Coming up next, please welcome Chelsea.
So I think I read this one like earlier this year, but I revised it. And I took it to where it used to be the guy left, but in this case I changed it to the woman. Because for once I want to give women the power to lead when a situation isn't good. So it's called Diamond Rock, and it is a guzzle. Honey rocks in the bayou's gossamer's crosshairs. Spiders weave after me and riot with crosshairs. Busted flat, thumb up, velvet waist son of a gun. His body blue notes wilt, blue notes thornies crosshairs. Right or wrong, fate became center in faded jeans. Spanish moss shawls, muskrat snare, and gator crosshairs. Bodies are one, soul secrets whisper in the air. Luna, faded jeans, fell in Cupid's crosshairs. Red bandana, big fat bag, her Harpoon necklace. Wiper spot seconds, minutes, hours, in time's crosshairs. Lavender sunrise stains dawn. Luna slips away, baptized in diamond rough, unrequited crosshairs. And then if anybody wants any of these, I have extra pockets of how to write a puzzle.
Thank you so much. Give it up one more time for Chelsea. I totally agree with what you said. A horrifying fact for you is the first U.S. state to allow no-fault divorce was California in 1969. Woo! No, we're not happy about that. That's, way too late in the game. Way too late. So if you've already paid up your tab, you've tipped the bartender generously, and you still just have money falling out of your pockets, we have a bucket over here where the sign-ups were that has geese on it. If you'd like to feed the geese, we would be very happy. We've also got our website if you prefer to donate electronically. We are a nonprofit, which is exactly what it sounds like. So help us out. We'd like to keep doing this. Our next poet, number 7, Lucky.
How everybody doing tonight? I'm doing my one piece and get out y'all way. So it's called Me, My Pen, and My Journal. I live in a bubble. Me, my pen, and my journal. I watch the world from the inside out. I'm just kind of backwards. See, I start at the finish line and work my path to beginnings. Some say I have no logic, but who needs logic when you're 7? Lucky has no balance. I'm just a teeter-totter of drunken steps, always seeming to stumble upon a comfortable place. I live in a bubble. Just me, my pen, and my journal. Watching the world from inside out, the deep, deep feelings of ingenuity, creating the world as I go about it. Some say it's reckless, no question, but I am who I am. I live in a bubble. Just me, my pen, and my journal. Erasing and recreating till the perfect words become fluid, magic, poetry. I live in a bubble. Me, my pen, and my journal. Some say I live in delusion, no questions. All I do is imagine great and beautiful things, convinced nothing is what it seems to be. Underneath lies beauty in my bubble. Watching this world from the inside out, just me, my pen, and my journal, figuring all things out. The navigation of my pen stroke will guide me to a world of everlasting peace. Writing my story and watch it unfold in front of my eyes. The enlightenment of the above, so below. Beauty exposed, spells as I spell out the words of my world. My subconscious convinced of the higher self. Not watching from the outside, looking in, no glass house, I'm walled in. Me, my pen, and my journal. My oasis of waterfalls and green pastures in a small hut, bookshelf of my past and present sits to the right of me. I read them to see what's next, so I'm perfection, never missing a step. Some say I'm out of this world, no question. My peace of mind never leaves me second guessing. My journal, a map, so I never get lost, never have to cost. I sow seeds with my pen, never writing a bad word, cause good comes from deep within. Not leaning upon my own understanding, I just be. I write it down if something bothers me, it sets me free. Knowing God is not separate from me, He is me. My prayers heard and granted through the channels of me, my pen, and my journal.
Thank you so much, Lucky. I think I feel like I know you, your pen, and your journal very well now. I think your pen and I would get along wonderfully. Speaking of pens, great segue. If you've tipped your bartender and you've donated and you'd like to help us out even more, we've got to roll into the merch cart up here at the front by this barrel where we sell pens and notebooks and anthologies. We make anthologies every year of the poetry that you guys have heard up on stage today and in previous months. We've got stickers, we've got all kinds of stuff, so swing on by at the end of the show, pick up something nice. I do all of my writing in an Out Loud notebook, subtle plug. Up next, please put your hands together for Emma Rose.
I guess trigger warning, it's a little dark. Okay. Knees popping out of joint. My arms twisting behind my back as you line up to stare and jest. Go ahead and hit me as you wink at the ones that hold me captive. Punch into my soft gut the impact of misplaced blame. Hold her tighter. She will be made to take this curse. Beat her harder and she will be one of us again. Your words seek to rebuild the dungeon above me. You view it as an iridescent castle. I saw the wet molded stone, the gargoyles and the gleaming knives, sharpened and ready for any curse breakers, for any questioning eyes, a brain thrumming awake, shifting through repressed memories. I pressed against the corroded walls until they cracked and groped beneath my hands and stumbled into a clear, shimmering world. My throat choked for air against the smoke and my eyes adjusting from the many mirrors. I stumbled and ran, casting a glance behind my shoulder. I saw at last the dark fortress that had held me. A sob stuck in my throat, wishing for a moment for the smoke and mirrors to bring back the ones I had left behind, to bring back the castle that changed my inmates. Mud-soaked knees, I picked my way through a confusing existence. Confused with the years spent undergoing a torturing of mind and soul. Falling into soft, cool grass, my eyes fluttered and closed. Gentle hands pushing from the earth, wrapped around my bruised and broken body. Home. We will give you a new home. Now sleep and forget the nightmares of the past. They cannot hold you and hit it. The earth will swallow them up before they reach you. This one's a little less dark. Okay. It's called Purple Wings. More spirit flickers on her iridescent wings than the promised surrounding of your Holy Ghost. Purple butterflies call my inner child, coming near. You don't fear my finger, giving me my own royal robe. Blasphemous, they said, to ever claim divinity. Beating wings beckon me to pound my head. Overhead clouds, my fanfare, this picnic blanket and food shared with small hands, my banquet. My children have only ever known divinity. Magic is in their fingertips that trace pictures in the sky. Maybe I'll find you again in another holy text, and the reflection of myself. If my wings are my only channel, I may love you again someday.
That was phenomenal. You really know how to work imagery in your pieces. Like it was like a movie. It was incredible. So as we approach sort of the halfway point of our night here, I will remind you there are still 2 open slots here. If anything you've heard tonight has the spirit moving within you, come see me. We'll slot you in. Up next, your 9th poet of the night and your 3rd first-time poet of the night, Sarah Jane.
We are so many fables and fiction, alike for every strand of your pale baby hair, soft like the water and vicious like her waves, siphoning away slivers of you. With a raised hand, the rod, the child, the wound, the start. Tell me a story about you and me at the ocean. That's the day I tell the girl. The ocean's queen rose, bobbed between the waves, sunburned retinas and falling scales, reached out to gift me the treasure I held for you. The siren, the song. We spoke words not of the same tongue, but of skin and scales, born from the same womb. Do you remember me there? Here's my weather-worn map. I scratched out the paths that revealed only monsters. The kraken, the whale, the great fish with tiny teeth. I can't promise you treasures of gold, but I can promise you I'll hand you back your voice, which I kept in a glass bottle, the one I wore around my throat. Would you tie me to a stake, hang me by the neck until dead, press my bones until they crack, pressed like a flower between the dusty pages of a long-forgotten history book, a grimoire, a tomb, a tome? Would you throw me into the river to see if your God would let me drown, or to see if your devil would have me float? Stab every inch of my flesh, try to find even one spot of resilience, one spot that refuses to bleed when pricked. How will the witch be tested? Would you lock me in a den of wolves, hope the carnivore would tear out the throat you can't stop from speaking? And if I am eaten, swallowed whole, I'll continue existing. I'll grow into the she-wolf's tooth, give her a taste for the blood of men. If water has memory, then so does my blood. Feed me to the predator and my body becomes her. I no longer fear alligators swimming beneath the surface of your polished wood floors. I'm not afraid of their jaws, their teeth, their claws. I won't try to see beyond the floorboards, won't try to catch the movement of the predator when I am not prey. I won't kneel on soft carpets for the sake of saving my own blood. The monsters you created to terrify the little girl, I trained them to eat from my hand and nuzzle my cheek. My damp palms weave steamy crop circles, the shape and size of the girl child's hand on the surface of the polished floor. No ripple, no waves, no teeth, no jaw, no monsters at all. Okay, then I just have a little shorty. Even after the window was smashed and the door caved in, after you came like a thief in the night to steal the still beating heart from my rib bone walls, pulled the floorboards from my belly nail by nail and plank by plank, even after you pawned the glass chandelier you ripped from the domed hall of my sternum and poisoned the well of my throat, and though you send the termites to tunnel through my foundation, softening the skeleton of the house my mother built, this somehow still feels like home.
wolves? I have some perplexing and frankly contradictory emotions in my chest right now. While I sort that out, please give it up for your next poet, Sarah Citron.
Hello. All right. I myself, I am called what I named myself. And what I am is a woman, only I have swallows the sun, right from the horns of the cow who took the egg out of my mouth. I stand on a mountain at the foot of the sea and touch 2 fingers to the ground to lay down my Georgia Souther. She's the dragon that only sleeps in my seas. So I made myself a seal, stopper on the blue glass bottle. Mama, fortune teller, mouse, fire breather, rabbit. Blood in my teeth, kind of dauntless, weightless, contagious, set my people free. Magic maker, weather changer, all the air in the room is looking at me. Fast talking, tap dance it, yell it back from the side of my mouth. Little woman too sharp to fit their teeth around. Song maker, soft singer, moon mouther, starry. I am the only woman asking to dance in the street. Lantern lighter, candle holder, hand in the middle of the night. Love letter, rule breaker, tin-coated little pocket knife. Playful looker, friend through many dangers. All that's best of dark and light. I was born into a series of wars that must be won, but tonight I am a girl in a fleece blanket, thinking about how you can part my knees one hand at a time. Under another set of stars, would I have been like this? Subtle and bold, confident, a bird in the light, born a woman and hardly been a girl a day in my life. Part the Red Sea and I won't fly over it. Show me the way and I'll walk on the floor of something like an ocean. Fateless. The ghost called me a woman without fate, featherless. I am my own mother, and I'm beginning to crack the shell for myself from both sides of the egg. Nothing matters for a woman without fate, without a name, no feathers. We can't save it or condemn the thing, and so it is. There are nights I sit eagerly holding a fragile rag that reads what maybe could have been if I had been the writer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to a woman like me, and that is comforting. Alright, I've got one more. It's called Every Woman is a Real Woman. Girl, you don't have to have those double thighs to be on my mind, and you don't have to smooth your calluses. Nothing about the dimples in your skin that don't make sense to me. I think I know what to do with them. Terrain is like terrain. I think I like the sound of your name better than you do sometimes. You need to turn to yourself, can't be nobody else. Paint blue on the top of your shoebox back porch to ward off any white horse that doesn't turn out to be you under the helmet. Every woman does this, grows distasteful of her own skin, and so sheds it. Girl, you don't need no diamond rings. You are an oyster. You are a snake. You make your pearls and leave them somewhere forgotten for anyone to find them. Cast off. No big thing. This is just what we do.
I gotta say, you have a hypnotic delivery. Audiobooks, any side hustle, maybe? And speaking of hustle, if you tipped your bartender generously, you put some coins in the bucket and you check out our merch cart, and the money just keeps falling out of your wallet. We also offer membership for $25 a year. We've got a Discord server. We do quarterly member meetups. We also give you a shirt. It's a lovely shirt. It looks like this, but the colors are swapped. White on black, very fashionable, goes with anything. So consider it. Talk to us up here. We'll tell you more. Up next, we have Cassandra.
poems I'd like to share, the second of which, they both have sexual themes, but the second one is a bit more explicit. Your leaves outstretched in pleasant view, fragrant sap and endless beating invites me down to make it plain. A single taste sets me pleading that I have power to untie this tendrils tight around my frame, as though I were a fly drawn by the sugar scent of a sundew. I wish to paint your lips with mine. Please stain my neck with my own hue. Sustain me with your flesh sublime, and smear my chin with pinkish gruel. Dishevel my hair with your grip, and bite the jewelry from my ears. Suffocate me under your hips. The mascara will tint my tears. Let your ambrosial juices clean the pale foundation from my face. I don't wear powder, blush, nor cream. That's just the shade of me debased. This artist's time is all employed with hopes her work might be destroyed.
Give it up one more time for Cassandra. I really have nothing to add to your poetry, but I do want to shout out your t-shirt. Can we get a round of applause for feminist icon Alpha? Up next, your 12th poet and your 4th first-time reader of the night. Loud welcome for Jane.
There we go. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Jane. That was really good. Mine is not sexually explicit. Woo! It's about divorce. These are some poems I wrote while I was going through divorce. So, first one's called Gins and Tonic. Bombay Sapphire Gins and Tonic, Scrabble game, triple word score, supersonic. Fresh morning tea, a scrambled egg with buttered toast. These are the things I love the most. Doing the New York Times crossword in pen, a perfectly reasonable take on CNN. Soft, tooth-ply toilet paper, a freshly ripe grape tomato. Mowing the lawn when the grass is tall, connecting that perfectly to ball. Yogurt, granola, honey, and NPR. A lover's kiss in a darkened bar. The feeling in your mouth after brushing your teeth. Fun socks and clean sheets. Laughter so strong it splits your chest. Doing good work. No, doing it best. Irreverent humor at inopportune times. Swims in the deep end, dismantling deep sin. An event with a good view. A sail too good to be true. Finishing fights before they fester, a car with a full tank of gas. A good book, cook, look, nook, punishing crooks and crocs and snake oil salesmen and their phony flock. Justice for kids, the laborer, a neighbor, migrants and volunteers. These are the things that I hold dear. And that's it. Okay. That was me feeling hopeful. This is for when I hate you, and this poem's called I Hope You Step in Poop. It's all right. When you step outside today thinking the world might go your way, I will wish for something different. I hope you step in poop. May your electricity get cut off on a very hot afternoon, and your sheets come out of the dryer damp because it turned off too soon, and your refrigerator goes on the fritz, spoiling dinner for you and your kids. I hope you step in poop. May you walk outside and find your tires got a flat, and your dog throws up on your favorite hat, and your gates won't close and your locks won't latch. I hope you step and poop. May all your clothes be itchy and not fit right, and your skin is sticky from the cheap perfume you wear at night, and you can't hold back your tears when you begin to fight. I hope you step and poop. May you trip walking into work, falling face first into the dirt, ruining a brand new shirt. I hope you step and poop. May mosquitoes bite the spots on your back that your arms can't reach to scratch, and you desperately try to soothe the itch. No relief, just a twitch. I hope you step and poop. May your favorite ice machines all be broken, and you get pulled over for drinking in the open, and the cops don't give you a pass and make you take a drunk driving class. I hope you step and poop. May all your sugar turn to salt in your ingrown hairs, they just won't grow out, and your wrinkles turn into a permanent pout. I hope you step and poop. May your children catch you in the act, and your friends all think that you are whack when you suffer a minor, non-threatening heart attack. I hope you step and poop. May your varicose veins climb all the way up your thighs, and your knees go bad from pleasing all the guys. And you get sores on your mouth that you can't describe. I hope you step and poop. May your wallet go missing for days on end, and the passwords are wrong for accounts you can't get in, and the IRS sends you a letter about back payments. I hope you step and poop. May your children all move to Zanzibar. A 13-hour flight, oh so far, and you can't even afford to rent a car. I hope you step and poop. I hope you step and poop.
You're on time.
I promised the board.
No, you're on time, sorry.
Oh, time, okay. I'll get divorced next time.
You hate that motherfucker. Like, that's what you hate that motherfucker. And this is why first-time readers are so important to the ecosystem here. That's something fresh. I am pleased to tell you that we have now filled up both of the empty slots, so shout out to those people. We'll get to them in a moment. But up next, we have the most perplexing entry in here, because the first name is sort of illegible to me, and under the first time column, they have written maybe. Soap opera amnesia, I guess. So Jay Parker, if you're out there, come on up.
Hello. I don't have any of my poems memorized, so here we go. I'm going to try to do two. This first one is called Oreo. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's this girl in my math class, and if I had to describe her, I'd tell you to imagine that Hercules made love to the nice guy together they birthed a child, and she was the offspring. There was so much strength in her blackness, and my teacher was the ultimate wingman. He recognized that I was too shy to make myself known to her presence, so he called Rome daily, and sometimes I would react to her name better than I would my own. Sometimes I would subtract her last name and add on my own. Sometimes I ask God for a sign, and here we are in math class discussing tangents. I think that he has a funny sense of humor. I remember the day that I finally gathered the courage necessary to approach her, how she waited for me to make my move. I never thought that she would be the one to strike first. She walked my way and said hi. I could tell for a while that you've been interested, but I'm not interested. Here's the thing. You see, I only date black guys, and you're white. In disguise, kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing, except your cover-up is melanin. I never really liked sweets. Always hated Oreos. Oh my God, you're an Oreo. And I don't really know you, but you kind of look like a house slave. You know, the type that burned down his roots and sell down the whole white house slave, which means you can't really be with me. And I'm sorry, I just don't really date white guys. And she probably would have continued to attack my melanin or my lack of in her eyes if I had not licked my thumb and wiped off her eyebrows. I found it ironic. She was attacking my skin while doing everything in her power to cover up hers. Hi, I said. I didn't mean to interrupt your lovely speech. I just thought that I introduced myself. You see, we share the same math class. I sit directly to your side. I chose this position because in this analytical game called life, a king is always supposed to be beside his queen, but it's kind of clear now to me that I kind of made a mistake. You see, from how you've been talking, it's clear to me now that you're nothing more than a pawn. I should have sat somewhere behind you because even though you have the potential to be something more, it's clear that you're not, and it's a shame. Usually, I would pray for you. But I don't think the bishops can steer you straight. You see, they're sideways, and you're surrounded by crooks on every corner. Usually, this is where the knights will come in. But I don't think that they are willing to take that L, at least not for you. You see, your attitude needs to be put in check. If not, you'll probably never find a mate. Here's the thing. I don't take kindly to your attack on my skin or how you question without knowing I'm more fly than Superman sipping on a Red Bull. You see, I've absorbed everything the sun had to offer me on Sunville. The youngsters know it is lit. And here you are questioning my melanin as if my capacity to speak intelligence with the life form somehow severs my connection to the motherland. You got it twisted. Bit and confused, and I would take the time to analyze your thinking and try to get to the root of your misconceptions, but I'm kind of low on time. So I think I'd rather branch out, leave you behind like winter did fall. Don't trip. Because one day you may spring into a more positive way of thinking. One day I hope you go into a more positive way of being. And oh yeah, one more thing. When you make it back home, don't forget to cover back up. Your lack of appreciation for Melanie show.
Yeah, you got time.
I'm at time?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Fucked up situation. Crazy chess scheme, though. I loved it. That was great. Our 15th poet of the night. Please give it up for J. Noel.
Trigger warning, domestic violence. I still see the shadow of the last black eye you gave me every time I look in the mirror. Our bodies are trained to rely on muscle memory, and my muscles still remember the way it felt when you sucker punched me. So even though the skin has healed and the bruises have faded, I still cringe every time you raise your hand to me, even though you meant it as a loving embrace. Forgive me for not recognizing immediately that you meant it as a loving embrace. When your hand is soft in your caresses, I know then that's how you meant it, but it takes me a while to remember. Remember? I'm forgetful sometimes. Like you always remind me. Like I can't remember how many times it was meant as a loving caress, but I know that it was less than the times that it was meant as a correction of behavior that you didn't think was favorable or you thought was a poor reflection on you. I'm sorry. Or I forget how you sound when you say that you love me, yet I still perfectly recall the feel of your hands wrapped around my neck like a noose hold, or the way that your shackles dug into my skin when you wanted to permit me from leaving you. You're right, I do tend to harbor on the negative. I don't know how many times I've told you that I'm sorry, how my apologies felt like bitter words that burn my throat as I choke them out, but the bile is always better than the fight that you give when I don't seem sorry enough. When you treat my existence as justification for the resentment that you harbored against me, it's hard not to feel that you think of me as your blemish, your shame, your disappointment. Like the time that you invited me out to that show to show me off to your friends and I didn't show up. You got really angry that time, but you don't remember how you said that I don't belong here, that I was only here because of you, that I don't deserve to be here. Whenever I spoke up to you, you told me that I should just go back to the place that you stole me from, but you are the only home that I've ever known, so where am I supposed to go? I didn't show up that one time because I know that you didn't want me there. I stopped showing up in places that you say I don't belong because every time I show up in places you claim I don't belong, you remind me of why I shouldn't have come. You tell me that if I hadn't been there, nothing bad would have happened. If I had listened better, if I hadn't struggled, if I didn't put my hands up, if I had put my hands down, if I didn't give you attitude, if I hadn't breathed, you wouldn't have had to do that to me. Or how that one time you came for my brother, so I stood in your way because I handed you a breathing life and you placed him in an early grave, then dismissively reminded me that he would have just ended up dead or in jail anyway, so why waste tears over someone that I couldn't keep? I'm still grieving over that. But you have taught me how not to grieve over the things I cannot keep. America, I cannot keep crying over you. As you bleed me red to the white and beat me blue. I can't keep pasting makeup over the bruises, justifying your scars and coming up with excuses for the way that you treat me. I know that you're saying that you're in the process of change, but my counselor says an abuser always claims they'll do better when they know you're going to leave. You say it's not going to be this way forever, so I've been waiting because you said that you love me, and I don't mean to flinch away when you love me this much. But my body operates on muscle memory, and it still remembers too well the lessons that you taught me.
That's fucked. There's no two ways about it. My parents are both attorneys, and they would talk shop over dinner. And just in our neighborhood, in our town, the number of horrific motherfuckers out there is astonishing. And it sounds like you already know this, but it bears repeating. Nobody deserves that. You know? Whoa. Nobody deserves that. I don't think I have anything else to say about that, so we'll move on to our next poet. And I can't believe I'm saying this. 5th first-timer of the night. Put it together for good now.
Hi everyone. Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
You.
Cool. So this one is titled The Letter. Hi. I hope this letter finds its way to you one day. I guess I'm hoping for each word to be inscribed in the sky when you look through the clouds, wondering if you would hear from me again. Havelock Ellis once said, the art of living lies in the fine mingling of letting go and holding on. And after much mingling, I've settled on letting go. Before I do though, I would love for you to know that I've learned so much from you. Not because I eagerly sat wide-eyed in the front row of your class on Life 101, but just from watching you live autonomously in a world that has not always been kind or gentle to you. But you withheld your kindness too, and it often felt like the turbulence of a roller coaster as I alternated between intoxication and desolation. It pushed me, however, closer to a God who bundles and places exactly enough grace and mercy in a neatly packaged box on my doorstep, allowing me to replenish and relish in it daily. A package that comes with just enough of both to get me through the next moment, the next day. I have come to accept that what started out as an attempt to turn our chance encounter into the fullness of God's redemptive love offered in the book of Hosea has ended up in an unlikely but tortured friendship. A friendship that lately has felt like it has tethered between the hot breath of my heart whispering, what if we keep trying, and navigating a weird emotional space I've known to be familiar, yet cold, yet home, yet not mine. When the shackles of hesitancy squeeze me a little tighter, the conversation between my mind and my heart become louder. On one hand, the voice of my mind is logical, able to assign the wisdom of Proverbs and intelligently rationalize until a sensible, emotionally detached conclusion is reached. On the other hand, my heart, trying to avoid decision-making on its own, has seconded the help of the gut along with the butterflies it carries, creating an enemy within me that either wants to steal, kill, or destroy, only to leave me with unsolicited feelings for you. Feelings that in this moment are fleeting. Yet my heart quickly softens when your lips, as if by mistake, blurt out words of kindness in the twisted gentleness and pain only a prideful man can articulate. This is because pride tends to linger in the corridors of our conversations, waiting to remind you that your vulnerability is weak, that the softness of your words are somehow embarrassing, that maybe I'm not the woman worth trading the security of your ego for God's humility, that maybe you have determined that what little you have given is enough for little old me. But I'm reminded that none of that matters anymore, because what preceded this letter was God revealing the tenderness and warmth of 1 Timothy 2 verse 7. Thank you.
This is what I'm talking about. New poets, fresh perspectives. I love it. I'm never going to get tired of this place. As one last plug for membership. I can tell you that, as I said, there are quarterly member meetups, and one of the things we're doing this fall is on September 29th, we're going to have a poetry workshop hosted, well, happy birthday, when it comes around. It's going to be hosted by our president and founder, Kimberly Casey, who's a phenomenal poet. The topic is TBA. We'll probably have more details next month. But if you want to be the first to hear about it, $25 simple janitor card. That's all it takes. Okay, so we have 3 poets left before we cut the stream. So up next, give it up for Michael Mendosky.
Hello. So these are all Instagram captions. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's military age male. All I had on was a shirt, practice wore. When they turned a dead man over, the hooves would have been enough. Maybe some got water. The charges are coming, brother friend. I was mad because I was thinking of the women and little children. They didn't have guns, just buckets. We killed them in the water. I wasn't sorry at all. I was a happy boy. I knew this would happen. The Jagna should come, and it was our country. Our people set fire to the grass. This was to make the soldiers' horses starve. Wherever we went, the soldiers came to kill us, and it was all our own country. He was a great chief and a great warrior before he went over to the Jacqueminage. I saw him and I did not like him. How can men get fat by being bad and starve by being good? I saw him take off his war bonnet. He was only 30 years old. They could not kill him in battle. They had to lie to him and kill him that way. I liked my cousin well enough, but I did not feel like crying all day. Crying was what we had to do, and it was hard work. The place where everything was disputed, the outer world where nothing is ever in despair. The night was black about me and terrible as with fire. Sacred fools. Thanks, and just by the way, that's from Blackout Speaks. All those lines are just taken from that book and arranged in that way. So this next one is it's sort of a mix of found lines and original lines. Playing football in the clouds, running plays in the clouds, a direct tackle in the clouds, iron interceptions in the clouds. We abandoned them to the sea, beheld them the nature of consequence, brought forth generations for whom their lives dragged on as we kept sending messengers to them. I really let myself go while people build themselves up around here, really rich with vengeance. I just want to be gay in Gaza. My dad was a self-identified extremist. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, just in the other direction. I might become an enemy and a sorrow, forbidden foster mothers bringing me a brand of the fire, bake the mud and erect a lofty tower, so that we may survey the goods of Moses, haughty in the land of which they have no right, abandoning them to the sea. Dishonesty and thievery elevated to an art form. I found a woman ruling over everything. Hers is a mighty throne. Kings enter a town and make the honor of its people shame, giving thanks for only one soul, entering the hall, deeming it a pool. She bared her legs, evil augury, but being tested, like a poet saying that which they do not mean. If thou art truthful, tell me again, in plain Indian speech.
Yeah, time. It's time. All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Michael, before you sit down, help me out a second. What genre of photos would you say you have on your Instagram? Is it like food pics, landscapes, baby animals?
It's mostly me not smiling, like selfies without a smile, I'd say. Yeah. That's my Instagram.
Military age male. I assume there's nothing like it. Now to move the vibe in a completely different direction. Please welcome my good friend Maya.
Okay. It's not quite as horny as usual.
It's not. So, hi, I'm Maya. My mom blocked me recently, and apologies to those of y'all who are tired about hearing that shit. But she blocked me because I don't respond to her text fast enough, and because she blocked my sister, who lived with her at the time, because my sister wanted her to drop her off at college. And I wrote this before that happened. My mom, she's currently in Europe for a month. She's biking from Geneva to Lyon, so good for her. I wrote this before that happened, but then that happened, and I was like, I should read that. And last month there was enough sad mom poetry, so I was like, I shouldn't add to that. So this is called Mother Please. Mother Please, come out of your room. I will carry you. Unlock the door, untuck you from your cotton hollow. I cleaned all the house in your absence, did the laundry, folded it, put it in the cedar chest with sachets of lavender between. Mother, please, take a breath, sit down for a moment. The world will not stop spinning when you settle. I want to settle with you. Nestle into your warm body, find where my flesh still fits to yours. Mother, please. I'm sorry he did not tell you he loved you, and he was not the husband you wished for, and I am not the maid and the man for sex and the child a continent away, and he is just someone now, and you are lonely, and I could not fill that loneliness even when I filled you. Mother, please, we are too much alike, hungry, filthy, desperate things, pits, seeking all manner of pleasure. I shaped my own self in your image. My creator sins just as much as I, just like I. Mother, please. I'm sorry I pinched the baby and left the toilet full of shit and screamed so much when I was 17 and starving. I am sorry you are not the mother you thought you'd be, but what can I do to fix it, Mama? You've already done all this mothering. Thank you.
I was right about the vibe being different. And this could never happen in my family. None of you know my mother, but if I ever blocked her, she'd have a new phone number by the end of the day. Up next, your secret sixth first-time poet for the night. Put it together for Joseph.
Thank you, guys. I was just invited by my friend, and you guys awoken something in me, so I wrote something on that. Compelled by truth, I have something to say. Excuse my attire. I have arrived from labor for pay. This moment refreshing. It saved me from dismay. I hope this words restore you from decay. Because life is short. Take advantage of time. This rhyme's simple. Just relax your mind. Don't get lost in the grind, and don't crave white lines. Just relax and unwind and bask in your own shine. Because we all are special, blessed with a gift. If you get my drift, take a deep breath of your own will. I hope my time has given you a lift. I pray these words elevate your mind like that great piff.
It's just a special vibe in here. I don't know how else to say it. So people at home, as an incentive, get in the room. It's weird here. I like it. As I alluded to, we are now going to end our live stream, recordings of which are posted on our Facebook page if you ever want to relive the night. So the next two